We are officially in March, so that means that we have to review and do a quick recap of our month of February. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today in this video. My month of February was pretty eventful and a lot of things happened, and I'm really excited to share the memories of that month with you in this video. If you're new to my channel, I create bullet journal videos as well as vlogs, cooking, baking, traveling, and I show you the behind the scenes of my shop. But today I'm just going to review my month of February in my bullet journal. I like to do these memory pages on my bullet journal as a memory piece to remember, because I feel like memory keeping is so important to look back in time and see all of the things that you did in a particular month. So I love to do that in my bullet journal for each month. It has been a tradition for this year and I've been loving it. So for each month, I have a list of all the things that I want to write down throughout the month to use in my monthly recap page. So I normally have written down all the movies that we watched, TV shows that we liked, books that I read, food that I cooked, places that we traveled to, and other things throughout the month that are good to remember. So I printed all of those pictures and in sticker paper, and I make sure that I was going to organize them well in my page in my bullet journal. I always try to include my theme for the month. So this month was candy hearts. So I printed the candy heart stickers from my shop and I put it in here in the end as well. And I created the title for this page similar to the one that I did in my bullet journal for this month. So I'm using an Arteza fine liner to write February in red, and then for the recap portion of the title, I decided to write each word in a little candy heart. So I would not have the entire sticker in here, but just mini ones. So I grabbed my tumbler brush pens and I did the 5 little hearts and I wrote recap with each letter in one candy heart. I thought this idea was super cute, so I really liked how it turned out, and then I would stuck this part of the title on my page on top of everything once everything is stuck out on paper. But let's get started with the things that happened in February in my life. So this month I started to read The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F by Mark Manson. This is a reread. I read it a couple of years ago in Portuguese, but I wanted to have the physical book in English, so I purchased that and I started reading. But midway through my reading, I discovered the Artist's Way book, and I decided to take a pause on that book and start reading this one. And I actually talked about this on the Artist's Way first episode that I posted on my channel last Saturday. So if you didn't watch that, I'm going to revamp my creative journey and start fresh, and this book is going to help me with that. So I decided to put that one on standby and start reading this one. I was highly inspired by Doji, so of course that my playlist for the month has a lot of her songs in it. I'm totally hooked on the Tiny Desk concert that she did, so this book and her songs are really present in my life right now, especially in February. I plan to document my creative journey in here, and so I'm really excited for everything that this book is going to teach me. In February, I also finished Spy Family, the 3rd season. I didn't even realize that it was the last episode that I was watching, but I'm really excited for the next season or the movie to come. I also watched the movie Crip, and this movie has been on my list for a long time, and I tried to watch it once, but now it was finally the time, and I actually liked it, kind of ish. I have mixed feelings. I think it was a little bit bored in a sense of like thriller thing, but I think it has 2 other movies, so I'm going to watch that in March. We also watched Leon the Professional together. That was a movie that I wanted to share with my husband for so long, and we finally watched it, and it was pretty good. And for documentaries, I watched The American Manhunt of O.J. Simpson. My jaw was on the floor about the amount of things that were left out of this case and the lack of evidence that they left out of this case in general. Like, it was crazy. And I watched the Gabby Petito one, and her documentary was pretty touching because I experienced like everything in real life when it was happening, and now I'm in like a TikTok rabbit hole of conspiracy theories about her murder. And it's a pretty sad story, but the documentary is worth watching. One thing that I'm trying to do this year is to take a selfie every month to just keep memories of myself. I usually don't take self-portraits anymore, and so it's really hard to have pictures of myself that are updated. So I'm trying to do that for this year, and I've included these photos on my recap pages. So here is mine for this month. And speaking of pictures, I have some pictures here with my husband in Batalha in Alcobaça. We went on a little getaway throughout Portugal for Valentine's Day and for our engagement anniversary. And we took a lot of photos and we visited two beautiful places and places full of history, honestly, around Portugal, which were Batalha and Alcobaça, and I filmed everything, so I'm going to have a vlog of that really soon. And I really liked traveling with him. He's my companion for everything, and he loves history, so he's always giving me some history facts, and it's really fun. And so we took a bunch of photos, we made a bunch of memories, and I'm placing them down on my bullet journal. If you ever come to Portugal and would like to know what we visited Mosteiro da Batalha and the Mosteiro of Alcobaça. And we also went to a place that did like a reconstruction of the Batalha de Aljubarrota, which is a very famous history piece from Portugal. And we went there and it was really fun. And it's totally worth it, honestly. Food-wise, and because I want to include cooking segments on my channel from now on, I'm documenting the food that I cook, obviously. And I cooked 3 different things this month. I did a little cheesecake for my husband as his present for Valentine's Day. I did some tofu nuggets, which were not that worth it. I don't really like fried tofu, so that was not really worth it. And I baked peixinhos da horta, which is a very popular type of tapas here in Portugal. I really like that. It's basically green beans fried in oil, and it's pretty nice, but the cream is what makes it more special. So we baked that and we ate while watching Leon, the movie. And I did some salsichas em couve lombarda, which is basically sausages in cabbage, which is a very popular dish in Portugal. And I loved eating that since I was a kid, and now that I do our meal prep, I have to get to try those dishes, and it's really cool. So we did that, and for cooking I think that was all, but we ate out when we were in Alcobaça, and we ate at this restaurant, which is the House 51 restaurant, and the food there was so amazing. So we're not eating out people, we try to save our money, but when we do these little getaways, we obviously eat out, and that place was amazing. And the last photo on this page is that top photo before the title that I took when we were clearing our plot of land. So if you didn't know, we bought a little piece of land in Lisbon, and we were going to build our own house, and we had to clear out any like greenery that was there. And we did it ourselves because I think that's really fun to clean your own piece of land where you're going to build your own house afterwards. And we actually found a bone there, and that sounds morbid, but if you know me personally, that's totally normal for me. I love things related to like morbid things and death and bones. Finding a bone, that's crazy to me. And this is actually the pelvic bone of a chicken. Do with that information what you will, but I find it interesting and I'm going to keep it because that's a piece that I'm not going to find anywhere else. So ending the page on that note, I included all of the candy hearts on the page, and yeah, that is my recap for February. I hope you liked this video. Subscribe if you like videos like this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!